Good afternoon. Welcome back to Zoology second year class. Before before going to the topic, I explain something. According to the weightage, the LAQs almost we are completed. One is left. That is called as a crisscross inheritance. The second year zoology, the 3 lessons are having the LAQs. Clear? From the each and every lesson, you can get the one LAQ. The already we discussed. The first one is the 2 LAQs are there. That is called as the structure of heart. First class we discuss about that one. The structure of heart is the one LAQ, and the second is called as the working of heart. From that lesson only, working of heart. From these two, one will come, or otherwise sometimes they are asking, or third one, the structure of human excretory system. Human excretory system. Mostly coming from these two. Sometimes they ask this one also. That's why you prepare these 3. One LAQ will compulsorily you can do. Means you in this you can get 8 marks. Clear? Next in the second topic, that is this one is the second lesson actually. The second lesson, the body fluids and the circulation, these 2 LAQs, circulation and excretion, these the LAQs are there. Next, the next one is present in the reproductive system, human reproductive system. The 2 LAQs are there. 2 LAQs are there. The first one is called as a male reproductive system. Male reproductive system. A female reproductive system. Female reproductive system. From this, compulsorily one will come. If you prepare these 2 questions, the male reproductive system and the female reproductive system, one will be compulsory. 100% will come from these. Next, the the lesson means this one is the 5th unit. Next, in the 6th unit, genetics. Sorry. From the 6th unit, from the genetics, 3 questions are important. That is the first one. Is last classes only we discussed. That is the multiple alleles. Multiple alleles is the first question in the genetics. Second is the chromosomal theory of sex determination. Chromosomal theory of sex determination. Third, today we are going to discuss about that. That is called as a crisscross inheritance. Crisscross inheritance. From these 3, one will compulsory, 100%. That's why you can choose any 2 lessons for the LAQs. Either these 3 you can learn, or the means the one unit, the 2 units you can select. These 2 units are these 2 units or these 2 units. Anyone, that is your choice. Now, all the LAQs we completed already. The in the last class, the last videos it is there. If you want to check out. Next, the last one is the left, that is called as a crisscross inheritance. Now, we start about the crisscross inheritance. Crisscross inheritance. This the last question means the one more, the genetic disorders also important is there, but it is some difficulty question. Maybe it is not given in the this supplementary exam. I guess from these three only, these three only, they will give. Clear? Next, the crisscross in before the explanation of the crisscross inheritance, I'll explain about the sex-linked inheritance. Sex, then only you can understood. Sex-linked inheritance. What is the inheritance? The characters coming from the parents to the next generation of offsprings are called as the inheritance. Here, specially, we call it as a sex-linked inheritance. Some characters, all of you know this one. The gene, every time on the chromosome, the gene is present. The gene is expressing the character. That character is called as the traits, are also called as they are having the alleles. Means the characters are mainly expressed by the genes. They are present on the chromosome. These genes are present inside of the present above the sex chromosomes. Then we call as a sex-linked inheritance. Which are the sex chromosomes? Already we discussed the sex determination, the X chromosome, and the Y chromosome. Two chromosomes are the allosomes, are also called as a sex chromosomes. Above the X chromosome, the gene is present. The trait expressing gene is present. That we call as a X-linked inheritance. X-linked inheritance. If the genes expressing genes are or the traits, the trait expressing are present on the X chromosome, that we call as a X-linked inheritance. Next is the Y-linked inheritance. That genes, the expressing genes are present on the Y chromosome. That we call as a Y-linked inheritance. Y-linked inheritance. It may be sometimes, it may be present in the, for example, in the male are having the X chromosome as well as Y chromosome. They both of them are having the genes are present, the expressing genes are present on the X chromosome as well as Y chromosome. That type of linkage we call as a XY linked inheritance. XY linked inheritance. Means depending upon the presence of the genes, they are divided like this. X-linked inheritance, they are present on the X chromosome. Y-linked inheritance, the expressing gene is present on the Y chromosome, but the genes are present, expressing genes are present in the both X chromosome as well as Y chromosome. That is called as a XY linked inheritance. Leave it all those things, only X-linked inheritance is important for the crisscross inheritance. X-linked inheritance. It is two types are there. X-dominant inheritance, X-recessive. Clear? X-dominant and the X-recessive. Yeah, what is the difference between them? That means both of them are present on the X chromosome only, but here the no change is there. The mutations are occur inside of the X chromosomes, that is causing the X recessive. Means the mutations are changing the genetic structure, that we call that is causing the X recessive character. Here, the next in the crisscross inheritance is belongs to the X recessive character. This is the X recessive inheritance is. What in this means crisscross inheritance means it is also called as a skip generation. Means One generation it is skipped, next generation will come. It is transmitted from the these are transmitted from the these characters are transmitted from the father to the daughter and the mother to son. They are inherited. That we call as a crisscross inheritance, or also called as a the skipped inheritance. Here, for example, any characters are present inside of the grandfather. Detail I will explain, don't worry, just I am giving the idea. Grandfather is having the some characters. That characters are given to the daughter. Daughter means mother. Here, his daughter is mother, and it is given to the sorry, write it otherwise, daughter only. Daughter. The daughter is given to the grandson. Grandson means, for example, any disease that normally X recessive inheritance are having the mutations are causing the diseases. For example, any disease, for example, color blindness. The color blindness is present in the father. That given to that gene is given to the daughters, but daughters are normal. Why? Next I will say with the example here. And the next the grandson will get, means in this the F1 generation they are skipped. F2 generation again it is visible. It is visible in the grandfather generation, and the next is visible in the grandson generation. In the daughter generation it is not there. F1 generation it is not there. That's why we call it a crisscross, skipped generation. One generation will be skipped. That's why we call it a skipped generation. Here, next the X recessive characters are mainly X recessive characters are causing the three disorders in the human. Most number of disorders. Here we are discussing the three disorders. X recessive disorders. First one is called as a color blindness. Second is called as a hemophilia. Third one is called as a DMD, Duchenne muscular dystrophy. Duchenne muscular dystrophy. These three disorders are caused by the X recessive character or X recessive inheritance, causing the three disorders. They are the color blindness, hemophilia, and the Duchenne, DMD, Duchenne muscular dystrophy. First, what about the color blindness? We are going to discuss afterwards. Next one. Color blindness means the affected persons, those are having the X chromosome having the gene, defected gene, mutant gene is present. They are causing the color blindness. What is the color? What about the color blindness means? The retina, our eye is having the retina. Inside of the retina, cone cells and rod cells will be there. The cone cells are mainly sensitive to colors. Means recognizing of the colors, sensitive to colors. This is mainly expressed. This is controlled by the genes. That gene is present on the X chromosome. Here, the inside of the X chromosome, any defect is there, that automatically cause the cone cells and they are having the defect. Here, retina is having the cone cells. They are sensitive to the colors. That controlled by the genes. Here, that genes are present on the X chromosome. Here, next, what it is means, what disorders are occur means Color blindness is mainly the three types are there. Three kinds are there. Color blindness is three kinds. First one is called as a protonopia. Protonopia. Or it is also called as a red color blindness. Means the affected persons, they can't means that they can't distinguish the red color and green color. Here, the affected persons, those are having the protonopia, that person, they unable to distinguish the green color and the red color. Here, what it is, protonopia means the affected persons unable to distinguish red and green colors. Both of them are looking as a black color only. That's they called as a protonopia. Here, next, the affected persons unable to recognize the red color. They're not distinguish between the red color and green color. That we call as a protonopia. Next, second, I am writing here. This one is second type of the color blindness is called as a deuteranopia. Deuteranopia. It is also called as a green color blindness. Green color blindness. Means these affected persons, those people are having the deuteranopia. These persons are unable to recognize the green color. They are unable to recognize green color. Unable to recognize green color is called as a deuteranopia. Protonopia and deuteranopia, both of them are linked to the X recessive inheritance. The one more, the color blindness is the three kinds now. One more kind is also there. That is autosomal recessive character. That is not the X recessive character. The third one I am going to discussing, that is the autosomal recessive character. What it is? The tritonopia. Tritonopia are also called as a blue color blindness. Blue color blindness. Same. The affected person, those are having the tritonopia, they are unable to recognize, means unable to distinguish the colors between the green and the blue color. That we call it as a tritonopia. It is a autosomal recessive disorder. This is a autosomal recessive disorder. These two, protonopia and the deuteranopia, are the X recessive inheritance. But the third one, tritonopia, this one is belongs to the autosomal recessive character. Here, this one is about the color blindness. Next, second, we are going to discuss about the second one, hemophilia. Second disorder, hemophilia. This is also called it as a bleeder's disease. Here means the affected persons, those are having the hemophilia, they fail to blood clotting mechanism, fail in clotting of blood. Clotting of blood. Blood clotting is not occur. These persons, that we call as a hemophilia, fail in clotting of the blood, that we call as a hemophilia. This first discovered in the Queen Victoria. This is discovered in the person Victoria. He affected by the hemophilia first detected or described in the Victoria only. This is also called as a hemophilia, is also called as a royal disease. Royal disease. Why we called as a royal disease means the royal families are commonly getting this disease. Here, royal families. In Europe, royal families in Europe commonly getting disease. Commonly getting disease. That's why we call as a that commonly we call as a royal disease. Here are also called as a bleeder's disease. They are continuously bleeding. The blood is oozed out continuously. Blood is oozed out. That's we call as a bleeder's disease. In this mainly the fail the clotting mechanism of the blood that we call as a hemophilia. That hemophilia is also same like a color blindness is are having the three kinds now. Like that only the hemophilia is also having the three kinds. First one is called as a hemophilia A. Hemophilia A. What it is means that is the mostly occur means it is the maximum the 80% of the people are getting this type of only severe form. It is a severe form. Severe form. Why means 80% of the people are getting this type of hemophilia only. That's why we call it this is the severe form. And in this, which one is deficiency? Means those persons are having the hemophilia A. That persons are having the deficiency of the eighth factor, eighth clotting factor. The 13 factors are there. In 13 factors, the eighth factor is deficiency. Eighth factor is not produced inside of these persons. That's why it is called as a hemophilia A. Here, eighth factor. Eighth factor deficiency, the blood clotting factors. Eighth factor deficiency causes the hemophilia A. This is the severe form. 80% of this type of there is 80% of hemophilia is this type only. Next, second is called as a hemophilia B. This is a mild form. Here, this is the mild, not the severe, mild form. Only the 20% or the 15% they are having this type of disease that we call as a. This is the mild form. In this also, this is also the having the deficiency of the blood clotting factor. In the hemophilia A, deficiency of the eighth factor, but the hemophilia B is caused by the deficiency of the ninth factor. That is also called as a Christmas factor. That's commonly called as a Christmas factor. Here, this one is about the hemophilia B, and here also same like a color blindness. Hemophilia A and the hemophilia B, both of them are the X recessive inheritance. Here, X recessive inheritance. Here, both. Next, the third one is there that we call as a hemophilia C. Hemophilia C, that is a autosomal recessive. Same like a the tritonopia is there, like that only. The hemophilia C is the autosomal recessive deficiency or recessive inheritance. Autosomal recessive inheritance. This is about the hemophilia. First, we discussed already. We discussed about the color blindness, the types. Next, second, the hemophilia. Hemophilia types also we discussed. Next, we are going to the next last disease that is called as a DMD, Duchenne's muscular dystrophy. This is also one type of X recessive inheritance. In this, what will happen means one protein deficiency is occur, that we call as a dystrophin. Dystrophin. This is the one type of protein. That protein is not synthesized. Those persons, the affected persons, the inside of the skeletal muscle. Here, skeletal muscle. Normally, other persons, the skeletal muscle is having the dystrophin proteins, but those are affecting this disease. They are not able to producing the dystrophin protein. What is the function of this dystrophin protein means that is the we are give the signals. We have sent the signals from sarcolemma to terminal vesicles. Here, what about the terminal vesicles? These terminal vesicles are the reservoir for the calcium ions. Here, these are the reservoir of calcium ions. Every time, what it is means, for example, this one is a sarcolemma, the skeletal muscle. The this layer is called as a sarcolemma. Here the number of the like this the terminal vesicles are there. These terminal vesicles are storaging of the calcium ions. What it is? The dystrophin protein is they carry the means they give the signals to the terminals. They are releasing of the calcium ions. Here the dystrophin protein is absent. What will happen means they didn't send the from the sarcolemma. The signals are reached to the terminal vesicles. They are failed to releasing of the calcium ions. That time what will happen means inside of the body, the inside of the skeletal muscles, calcium ions are not releasing. It causes the deficiency of calcium, and deficiency of calcium causes they slow down the muscle contraction. Here, what it is means in this time they can't walk. The affected persons, they are not proper. They can't walk properly. Also, here that is, and also it is causing the cardiomyopathy. Cardiomyopathy also occur in the severe cases. Means normally the calcium ions are not released. These calcium ions are responsible for the contraction and muscle contraction and relaxation. The dystrophin is not forming. That's why the calcium ions are not releasing in the skeletal muscle. The calcium ions deficiencies occur automatically. The skeletal muscles are not get the contract and relax. That time muscles are not working properly. That condition they can't able to walk properly also. And also cardiomyopathy means heart is also the contraction and relaxation will be the loose, that we call as a cardiomyopathy. Normally in this persons below the 15 years age only they can die. Here they are the bedridden and they can die below the 15 years. This one is called as a Duchenne muscles are not working properly, that we call as a Duchenne muscular dystrophy. Here, like this, under the crisscross inheritance means X-linked recessive inheritance. 3 diseases are there. The first one is called as a color blindness. That is having the 3 types are there. We discussed the protonopia. The second one is a deuteranopia. Third is a tritonopia. Next, second one, hemophilia also we discussed. That is also called the bleeder's disease. This is having the 3 types are there: hemophilia A, hemophilia B, and hemophilia C. Hemophilia A and hemophilia B, both of them are the X recessive disorders. Hemophilia C is the autosomal recessive disorder. Next, the first A and B, first hemophilia A is caused by the deficiency of the blood clotting factor 8, and the hemophilia B is occur by the deficiency of the 9th factor. Here, next last one, this is called as a Duchenne muscular dystrophy. Muscles are not working properly, that we call as a Duchenne muscular dystrophy. In this, the affected persons, they are not able to not able to produce the dystrophin inside of the skeletal muscle. What is the function of the dystrophin means they send the signals to the sarcolemma, to the terminal vesicles. That time the terminal vesicles are releasing of the calcium ions. The defect is there in the dystrophin. The terminal vesicles are not properly releasing of the calcium ions. That results muscle contraction will be poor. That means the persons are not able to walk properly also. And also in the severe cases, they affected by the cardiomyopathy. Yeah? This one is about the disorders of the X-recessive inheritance. Now we are going to discuss about the how it is inherited. We are going to discuss the first. See this one. I am drawing the tabular form. Listen, students. If you are not writing the matter, if you draw this table, I am going to draw the table. Now that table easily you can get 3 to 4 marks. If you understood that table, you can write matter also. Clear? See this one. Observe here. Here the first normal female. This table is very, very important here. Next here we are taking the color blind, or either you can take it anything. Color blind you can take hemophilia and DMD. Anyone you take, that is color blind. Color blind. Male. Yeah. See here I'm writing this one. See here the X chromosomes I am drawing like this. Here these are the X chromosomes. The female, all of you know this one. Females are having the 2 X chromosomes. That's why I'm taking the 2 X chromosomes. Here the 1 X chromosome and the 1 Y chromosome. Here next here the normal. This one is the normal. That's why I'm taking as a plus. Here plus. Here it is a color blind, means it is affected. The X chromosome is having the color, the effective character is present. That's why we take it as a G, and Y chromosome doesn't have the genes. Means that is the affected genes. Clear? Next, we are taking the gametes from this. Here, which gametes are occur? It is the only X. Both of them are X. That's why I am taking only the X like this. Here, next in this the 2 are formed the sperms. This one is the ova. Only one type of ova is present. Now, all the ovas are same like this only. The sperms are different. Some sperms are having the affected gene and other Y chromosome. Here, these are the sperms. These are the gametes. Write it as a here. Gametes. These gametes are combined. See this one, like this, what will form X plus and the XG here. Next, it is attached with the Y chromosome. Then, like this. Means this one is a female. Every time I am male. Here, this is a female. This one is a male. Why means here the X chromosome, Y chromosome is there. This one is a normal but carrier. Here, carrier female. They are carrying the gene. G is present. That's why it is not affected. It is not having the symptoms, but they are carrying the gene. Here, the gene is present. Here, that's why we call it a carrier female. Carrier female. Next, this one is the normal male. Next, this one is called as a F1 generation. In the F1 generation, like this. From these F1 generations means if we are taking the case, the carrier female marries with the normal male, what will happen? What the gametes are occur? I'm writing here one more here. It is I'm taking. These are gametes. See here. This is again I'm drawing here. Actually the down I should draw, but the space is not there. That's why here I'm drawing here. Same I'm taking here x plus xg cross with what it is, the normal male. Here this one is a carrier female, normal male. Here same like that only. You take the gametes. What are the gametes will occur means here the two types of gametes are occur, the X plus and XG. The two types of ovas are produced and the sperms also same, two are produced. The one is X plus, one is Y. Here next here the I'm directly I'm adding afterwards. I draw the checkerboard and in that also I will see, I will show. Next, see this one. Here, X plus 1 is formed and X plus Y. Next, you added these two. X plus XG. So 1 second, the all are mixed up. Wait sometimes. See this. Here it is a X plus. Next, in this X plus Y. Next, this one is XG Y. Sorry. X plus XG. Next here, XG Y. Means here the X chromosomes are having the normal. That's why it is the female normal female. This one is a normal female. This one is a male, normal male. Normal male. Here, this one is a female, carrier female, carrier female. Next, this one is a color blind male. What it is means the color blind is appear in this generation. In this generation, color blind is there. Next, it is in the F1 generation, nobody is having the color blindness. In the F2 generation, they are having the color blind. Means one generation is skipped. That's why we call it a skipped generation. Here, the color blind is coming from the grandfather to grandson. I will write detailing, small, I will write detailing. Then you can understand easily. Fastly, I'm writing. Just you observe here. Small I am writing is this one is normal. Just I am writing normal female and this like this. Next is this one is color blind male. See, the gametes are, before that we did like this only. See, the all the ovaries are same, but the sperms are different. The one is having the X chromosome and one is the Y chromosome. Added the this one is color blind chain. Next, see, add it. This one is these are the gametes. This one is F1. I am writing simply F1. The X is chain. Next, this one is carrier female. F I am writing here. Here, this one is the normal male. This one is the F1 generation. In the F1 generation, we are taking the gametes. What it is? This one is the X plus, and the one gamete is formed, and the X plus and the X G. Next, in this X plus and Y, adding these gametes, see this one, the first one with this, what it is? X plus, X plus means this one is a female and it is not having the G is not there. That's why we call it a normal female. Here, next, same, this one is added to the second one, X plus Y. This one is also, this is the male, the Y chromosome, X chromosome is there. That's why we call it a, this is the male and it is also normal. It is also normal. Next, second you take and add it with first one. See this one, the every time the X plus and the X G. Means here the gene is present. Which one? The carrying gene, color blind gene is present. That's why we call as a, this is the female and the carrier. These are the not affected, but this one is a female is a carrier. Next, last. I, G and the Y. This one is the male, this one is affected. Here means color blind. Before, carriers means they are carrying the genes, but they are not affected. But here the color blind is the, here this one is the first generation, parent generation, P1 generation. The male is having, next in the F2 generation, male is getting. Means the, from the, it is I am drawing, see this one. From the grandfather is having, the grandson is getting. I put the arrow mark. Means here the C1 generation, the grandfather is having. In the F1 generation, nobody is getting, just the females are the carriers, males are the normal. But in the F2 generation, again it is visible. That's why one generation is skipped. That's why this is called as a skipped generation. Here are also called as a crisscross generation. This table is very, very important, students. You draw this table, easily you can get 3 to 4 marks. If you understood this table, you can write it matter also. Here, this one is about the crisscross inheritance. Here, with this, we completed the total LAQs, genetics LAQs also we completed. Already I said, you choose any 2 lessons for the LAQs. Either the second lesson means the circulation, body fluids and circulation and excretion, or the next to the reproductive system and the genetics. Any 2 lessons you choose it and learn easily, you can get clear. Next, we are going to discuss about the one diagram is important. SAQs. I start the SAQs already. We completed the protein digestion in stomach. In the last class we discussed. Now I'll draw the diagram of the LS of tooth. The first lesson, digestion and absorption. From the first lesson, the 4 SAQs are important. Most are 3 are present. 3 are important. Already we discussed one, the protein digestion in stomach, and the second one, this one, LS of tooth. The diagram. Observe the diagram. How I am drawing. You observe it. Wait, I will take just down. I am taking. This one is the dentine. Just inner part, you draw it like this. This one is innermost, the layer that is the strongest layer that we call as a dentine. It's made up of with the cement. This next is the inside of that. The blood vessels are enter. Blood vessels and nerves are enter inside of this. The pulp cavity is present. This pulp cavity is containing the blood vessel as well as nerves. Nerves also enter inside of this. You observe the diagram here like this. These are the blood vessels and the nerves. Periodontal membrane. This is coming the surrounding of the. This is coming out from the surrounding of the teeth. Just a bit. This here it is the pulp cavity is present. Next. This one is a periodontal membrane. This one is the enamel, outer hardest shiny layer. This is called as a enamel. Here one more teeth is attached like this. This is a jawbone. Mainly, the teeth is divided into three regions. Outer bottom region is called as a fixed inside of the socket that we call as a root. Just up that one is called as a neck. Outer is called as a crown. We label like this only. Three regions are there. Next, this one is I'm writing this side jawbone. These are the gums. Next is the periodontal membrane. Periodontal membrane. Already I said this one is the writing this side. The space is not there. Blood vessel and nerve. Next, this one is the upper region that is called as the enamel. Inner side, this is called as a dentine. This is pulp cavity. Here, this is about the LS of tooth. This diagram is very, very important. See this one, the center you draw it first this one. After that, they are surrounding of that. You draw the blood vessel and the nerve vessel. First you draw the shape. After that, from the down you take it. From the down, the dentine is started. You take it like this and double wall you do it. And this one is a dentine. And between them, between this and this, the blood vessel is there, nerve is there. Next, this side, after that, this side you give it as the gums, and the inner side they are fixed with the jawbones, and the above that one gums are present. The next, the outer region, white color, that's the outer region. The enamel you draw it here first. This shape you draw it, and after that, this shape. After that, bigger outside, this shape is you draw. And the inside of the pulp cavity, the space is in that one blood vessel and the nerve is, now you write down the connection of the nerves blood vessels, you write first. This one is important, the down inside of the jawbone, that is called it as a root. Neck, between one is called a neck. Last one, the teeth is external side that we call as a crown. And the main labelings are, the first one is the pulp cavity, the dentine, enamel, periodontal cavity. Here, this one is about the LS of tooth. Tomorrow, next class, we are going to discuss about the more SQs. Already we completed the protein digestion. SAQ. Next, we are taking the tomorrow's class. We take the functions of liver and digestion and absorption of the butter. In this lesson, 4 SAQs are there. Already 2 completed. Remaining 2, we will continue next session. So same time, tomorrow, same time, this class.